It's sad too because you would think that by having a son, for example, it would wake you up to how ridiculous some of these ideologies are. But you will see is like one of the what's her I always mess up her name. She's a supermodel, Emma Radikowski, I think.
Mhm.
So she has a son, I believe, and she is like one of those very traditional I hate men, I'm a feminist. Julie Fox has a son, and she's did a lie detector test that went viral, and the guy asking the questions was asking, "Do you hate men?" And she's like, "No, I don't hate men." And he says, "Well, that was a lie." And she goes, "Ah," and she's like gasping, but it's funny. I'm like, "Well, your little boy's gonna be a man and he's gonna see this." And that's really embarrassing. And that's really sad because he deserves to be loved and he deserves for you to want the best for him, just as your daughter would if you had one of those. And I don't know, it's like these mental gymnastics that you can do where you say you hate men, but then you're raising one. It doesn't make sense to me at all. And it just breaks my heart.
It doesn't make you more of a woman to hate men. And and I don't know why or how that became a thing. I don't know. There's a lot in the culture of Gen Z about, that it's a celebration to break up with a guy. I, I, I
Oh, the
just,
divorce parties, have you
yeah,
seen those?
divorce parties, but even breaking
Yeah.
up with a boyfriend. I don't need him. I don't, what, I mean, it's, we had some of that in the 70s where, I can, bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan. There was this old soap commercial. Um, but somehow it's resurrected itself into this kind of really, oh, I'm forgetting what's the word, the opposite of misogyny for a woman. I'm forgetting the word. The female version of misogyny.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know.
you
Oh, emasculation?
No, yeah, that, but it's a different word. It's mal something. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will put in the comments. Um, women, it somehow became this, like, again, this idea, back to that theme of just, you know, just throw men under the bus. Like, who cares about men? I don't understand where it's coming from. And to your point, like, I hate to think that there's this, powerful something or other that is driving men and women apart. And I do think um, that men and women are being driven apart. All that's left are sad women and sad men, or lonely people. I hoped that COVID would have changed some of that, that people would see how hard it is to be alone. And yet somehow it's stronger than ever. Um, and it's as if, speaking of believing all women, I don't believe it when women say that they don't want to, they don't want to be in love. They don't need a man. I mean, straight women, obviously. I don't believe it. Obviously, there will be some women like that. Maybe I know a couple, but in general, know of them. I don't know them personally, but in general, I mean, it's okay to need somebody. It's okay to want somebody. It doesn't make you less powerful. It doesn't mean you can't take care of yourself. But to have the opportunity to take care of somebody else, to have the opportunity to know you can just let go and have somebody take care of you. I mean, I'm sure you have with your husband. There are days where he's just like, I just too stressed, I can't deal, or same with you. And you balance each other out. I mean, that's what relationships are for.